What's up, guys? Sleepy here, and today we're just going to be looking at some Pokemon cards. As you know, it is Pokemon Day, and I was just going to, talk about some things. This is my very old book that I haven't opened in maybe, years, and it's basically all the Pokemon cards that I've ever collected. Now, I used to put the cooler ones in front, and this is broken. It's very broken. It's very old. But, I put them all in order. And, you know, on the backs are the other Pokemon, and it was all in Pokédex order. And I used to just put whatever card I thought was the coolest looking in front. So this is major memories for me here. I got tons and tons of these cards that I collected over the years, all the way back from you know, the original days. Here, this Pidgeotto is, this Pidgeot too. Original, I don't know, I think that's Jungle? This is base set Pidgeotto, pretty sure. This is the Jungle one. And you know, I have, if you go into the cards, which I will right now, if I can get them out, I have all the cards that I've gotten over the years, all the way back to base set. And I used to stick them in here, and I used to just do this all the time. Whenever I got Pokemon cards, I would organize them into this binder. Now, obviously, things are a little different. People collect by, sets, and they'll set them up by sets, or set them up by, type, or something like that, but I always did, by Pokédex number, because that was just kind of I don't know, the way I was. I wanted to organize everything by Pokédex number, and I had a lot of cards, so a lot of these are broken, the sleeves are broken, everything's pretty much broken. But I just have a lot, and I figured it would be cool to show them all off. You know, I mean, I have more cards, but I don't know where they are, exactly. I have tons and tons and tons of cards. I have, bags of cards that never even got organized that are, from really old days, but this is my book. And this is the book where I put what I thought was the coolest looking cards at the time. Before I knew about, collectors and all this stuff, organizational stuff, you know? Really old cards, probably not anywhere near mint condition just because they're so old. And I was a kid, you know. When you're a kid, you don't think about these things. You don't think oh, maybe these cards will be collectible one day, you know. It's just tons of cards. So I'm gonna go through them real quick. I also have some other stuff I wanted to talk about. I don't know, I'm just showing you where I come from with Pokemon. Where we are in the olden days, you know. Let me see, I got tons of Pikachus. Let me show off some Pikachus. I want to know, if you have stories involving Pokemon, or how long you've been into Pokemon, stuff like that. I'd love to hear it. You know, I got tons of Pikachus, all the way back to, Jungle and base set Pikachu. And then this cool Pikachu. They're very out of order. They're not even close to in order. Here's a promo. I don't know what that's from, but, you know, looks good. I just got tons of Pikachus. Apparently I'm missing whatever's on the backside of Pikachu, and now I'm curious. Oh, that's right. I never, ever got a Clefable card. I might actually have one from, XY or something. Again, I haven't opened this in a very long time. But there's, an old Wigglytuff. Here's an old Persian right here. I have this Dark Vileplume. Hollow Dark Vileplume. I have a lot of cards. If we, actually delved into the back of all of these cards, you would probably see, I got tons of these old Pokemon cards. If I took them all out, which I might eventually, you know, this is old, this book is old, it's breaking apart, it's gross looking, you know, stuff like that. But the cards, for the most part, are pretty, you know, together. Got some cool stuff over here. We got Erica's Weeping Bell. I got Kadabra up here. Alakazam, Machamp, level X. Stuff like that. I have an old Tentacool. Again, a lot of these cards, especially from first gen, will probably have base set behind them. We have Shelder. Some of them, actually, I feel like I probably have, I feel like the Gengar, here's the Here's the Cloister that I remember from the old days. We have this Gengar. I feel like I have an older Gengar. Yeah, here we go. Look at that. I don't know how old that Gengar even is, to be honest, but when I opened this card, when I saw this card, I was like, that is the coolest looking Gengar card I have ever seen in my whole life. So that's a cool thing to show off, you know? It's a reverse, like, holo, but it's like fireworks or something. It's just super cool. On the back, we got some Marowaks. All the way back to this Marowak. I have Dark Marowak, which is one of those multi-type cards. That was cool to me. So again, I don't know. I might go through these eventually. And just, like, reorganize or see what's worth what. I would never, ever get rid of any of these cards. I'm not that kind of person. I'm a hoarder. I'm a collector, you know. But just a lot of cool... This is just a lot of memories for me. There's a lot of, throwback here. It just really makes you, like, think about all this stuff, this old stuff. These classical cards. There's that old Kabuto. It's all part of, like, the fossils and stuff. Again, I put the coolest looking cards in front instead of, like, the oldest. The oldest probably are the coolest to collectors and stuff, but to me, at the time, I was like, damn, like, this stuff looks cool. I feel like I have some Dragonairs and stuff. I got a Dark Dragonair. This is base set Dragonair, but it's pretty messed up. Still cool though, you know. I got all kinds of stuff. I got this Mew, you know. Everyone had this Mew. This is the Mew from you got it for the going to the first movie in theaters. I also have this other Mew. That's a promo card. I don't know what from. But this Mew, that's a cool card. Always a cool card. Not in mint condition, but I never actually saw the first movie in theaters. I had to trade for that. And that was quite a bit of trading. You don't even know. Now, here's the second gen. Kind of reaching out of the beginnings here. And this is where I start to actually miss certain cards. Again, it's been a while. I probably have some of these cards laying around, but, like, I used to, save spots for the cards, you know, it was all in Pokédex order. I had to have the full Pokédex. This is like my gotta catch 'em all moment. There's a Quagsire. This is like where I collected all of these cards, put them in order. It was really one of my favorite things to do. This is very old, very gross. Got Raikou right here. Is Raikou supposed to be there? Oh yeah, I guess so. We got Entei up here. We got Suicune. No Lugia, but I have this Ho-Oh card. Remember that card? I think that's from Heart Gold, Soul Silver. We got this one. Tyranitar, stuff like that. We got Hoenn cards, where I really start to fall apart. As it goes on, you know, as we get into... There's my old, very old handwriting. I'm still pretty bad at handwriting, but it's just funny to... Oops. Funny to look back at these things. I really haven't looked at this in forever. I keep repeating that, but, you know, I just wanted to swing through this, show you guys what my childhood was. What I was into was Pokemon, always, pretty much. I even did this. This is, I'm proud of this part. Look at this. Cast form. And then we got, like, the multiple pages for different forms of cast forms, so you can see them all individually because they're different forms. I was a genius. I was definitely a genius. I was a glorious genius kid. Clearly. Despite the fact that I didn't really organize any of this stuff. We got like Metagross stuff. Oh, I'm skipping here. These pages are stuck together. It's gross. We got Walrein, stuff like that. Wally. All the Reggies. I'm missing Latios and Kyogre. Which I think I have a Kyogre card and a Latios card. I may update this. I don't know. I may just get whole new pages if I'm really going to do a Pokédex ordered thing like this, but... Probably go by the rarest card rather than the coolest looking like I did previously. Look, here's another instance of me using my ingenuity. Here we go. Hold on. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. I kind of see how that works. I don't really know how that works. Whatever. Um, maybe not so much ingenuity. We got some here, I think. I think this one works. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god, that's actually genius. I'm so proud of my younger self. Now, this is 4th gen now, but it's like Shellos and Gastrodon, Shellos and Gastrodon. It changes depending on... Oh my god, I'm great. I'm so proud of myself for this stuff. Here, we got tons of stuff here. Now I'm pretty much just going through them because there's not a lot of base set. I just found a base set Machamp. Or Machop. Laying around. I'm gonna throw that somewhere. Oh, a lot of cool cards. A lot of memories with these cards. A lot of, like, putting these cards away. But as time went on, you know, this is, I start to fall apart here. 4th gen, I wasn't really that into Pokemon. I got the cards sometimes, but I was kind of falling out of it. 5th gen, I kind of was into it in the beginning, and then Black White 2 was pretty fun, but I didn't, like, stick around. Towards the end, I was more competitive, and then I started getting into Pokemon more a little bit, but, you know, you can kind of see based on how many cards I have in each generation. It starts to fall apart here. I still tried to keep the pages numbered and everything. But, you know, here we come towards the end of where I'm really starting to lose some appeal. And this is the last page. I do have Reshiram and Zekrom, you can see up here. This is like the dirty back of the book. And Black Kyurem. But yeah, that's that. That's all of my Pokemon cards. I just wanted to show it off a little bit. I've always wanted to. I also wanted to show off my plushies, but I didn't get the chance to do that today. But, you know, I also have some older games I can show you guys. I have Game Boys. I don't know where they are, like original Game Boys. I also have Game Boy Advance, Game Boy SP, stuff like that. Here's a really old, gross-looking cartridge of Pokemon Video. Do you guys remember that? It's from Hoenn. You could, like, watch Pokemon episodes on your Game Boy. It was pretty cool. Here's a bunch of games. Now, I have, like, a lot of these. But, I don't know where a lot of them are. I have at least 3 of each. And this one is actually... I also have a Crystal. It's not 1st gen, but, you know. It's still a little bit of a classic there. This one brings back memories. I had, like, 3 or 4 yellows. And this one is actually a really funny story. I had a friend whose name was Devin Kelly. As you can see by his much better handwriting than me on the back of his games. And I borrowed his game. And then he moved to Texas, and I never saw him again, so now I'm stuck with his game. I have some other things that say Devin Kelly on them too. He was probably like my best friend at the time. You know, I don't know what that was. We were young. I was very young. I also have this, I don't know if this even means anything. This is like the, Neo Genesis expansion, Baby Pokemon, Darkness and Metal Pokemon, rules and stuff like that. A whole bunch of this is like some old stuff I got laying around. You know, it's nothing super cool, but I figured I would go over this kind of stuff because you guys may be interested in looking at where I come from, what I've done in the past, which is Pokemon. I don't know, that was just, that was a nostalgia trip right there. I wonder what teams these games still have on them, too. Probably really good ones. I have to find my old Game Boys. A lot of my stuff is actually missing here. I just never took good care of my stuff as a kid, and I really wish I did now, because a lot of it would probably still be around, and I'd be able to do stuff with it, you know? Got some other stuff. I don't know. There's a very bad condition Raichu. It's a holo, and it's base set, so that's cool. An old Drowsy. The old Oddish. Diglett. Lickitung. Here's a Spearow. The very old Rattata. Got tons of this junk. I really do. Here's a Or no, this one's all wrapped up. Japanese Sneasel. I almost forgot the name. Porygon 2. That one looks more recent. This is a Grimer from like, I don't know, the e-reader days. Remember them? Got a lot of stuff here. Got Psyduck. I remember this Psyduck because I always thought that this fish was like a piece of dirt or something. And it wasn't. It's actually on the card. It's just a fish. That's a real fish right there. Could it be a Magikarp or is it just literally a real fish? I think it's a real fish. We got Pikachu. There's tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. Really lots of tons of stuff. This Eradicate. Onyx. This is all just stuff that like fell out over the years that I just threw over here and never touched again. I don't know. That's what I got for you guys. I hope you enjoy your Pokemon Day. You know, GameStop is doing some Pokemon Day stuff. Certain GameStops are even doing GameStops are even doing a Pokken tournament. Toys R Us is giving away some stuff. The Nintendo World in New York has got crazy stuff going on. I've got a friend up there doing that stuff, so that's pretty cool. You know, a whole bunch of Pokemon Day stuff. So I hope you guys have a fantastic Pokemon Day. And I will see you all later. By the way, Bulbasaur was my starter. He was my very first starter. And I am proud. My very first game was Pokemon Red. I can't confirm that it is this cartridge over here that I have, but it was definitely Pokemon Red. So, that's why I picked Red on Splatfest, and, you know, it has a special meaning to me. Especially because I didn't pick Charmander, which I feel like everyone did. Yellow was definitely cool, and Blue was cool too. But Red was my very first. You know, I was born 1995, the year Pokemon came out, so kind of born into it. I had an older sister who, was super into it. A lot of these cards and games and stuff originally belonged to her. Obviously not Devin Kelly's, but originally belonged to her, a lot of this stuff. And I kind of like got the hand-me-down of the Pokemon stuff, and that's why I got into it. So, you know, thank her for my life. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. I would love to hear some of your childhood stories or what you got or anything like that. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic Pokemon Day, and goodbye. Forever.